Hello, everybody. Steve Politi from the Star Ledger, joined by Giants beat writer Mike Garafolo, Star Ledger reporter Jenny Vrentas. It's playoff season, and we're in the studio. That's how big it is.
My first ever visit to the Charlie Rose.
Yes, this is, it's an important time of the year when we're indoors, Giants, Eagles, playoff football. Eagles, I mean, here's a team we know nothing about, right, Jenny?
Yeah, I mean, I can't think of the last time the Giants have played them. It's been at least a few seasons. So.
The funny thing is, I love the spin now that the Eagles are the new Giants. It's sort of like, black is the new red. Well, you know better than I do, but black is the new red or red's the new white. I don't know. But the Eagles,
the new pink,
exactly.
Like
so what is the deal? Do you buy into the idea that this team, the way it's coming in, replicates the way the Giants did last year?
I mean, I do kind of buy into the idea that they're a team that's getting hot at the right time. Their defense is playing really well, and the Eagles said last week, yeah, we do understand, we were not the best team in the regular season, obviously. We were left for dead, not seen as a playoff contender, and all of a sudden, they're looking good. So, and I know that's exactly what the Giants did last year, even coming down to, they could have clinched a playoff berth with a win over the Redskins late in the season. Neither team did that, but then they did the week later. So I think there's a lot of similarities.
And if you are the Giants, you're watching the way the Eagles won that game. When you see Brian Westbrook break away for that 70-yard screen pass where it looked like it was dead, 5-yard loss, he turns into a touchdown. Especially the way he played in the last game. A lot of talk about Antonio Pierce and the matchup there. Yeah, you asked AP about it today. He wasn't too excited to hear the topic.
Yeah, but because it's not his fault. I mean, it was his fault, but it was 1/11th of his fault. It was everybody on defense that needed to help out on that play, and that play being the pass. It was a check down pass. Where's the pass rush? Somebody's got to get there in time for that, because it wasn't like, the Eagles said, okay, well, this will be a play where we'll send this guy, and then Brian Westbrook will be isolated on Antonio Pierce. No, that wasn't the case there. It was a check down pass, and once he makes that catch, you don't expect Antonio Pierce to make that tackle or to catch him. He needs help from the secondary. Then you want to talk about that long touchdown run that they had, where there were 9 guys at the line of scrimmage. Why are we focusing only on Antonio Pierce? 9 guys have to help out make that stop. So this week, there'll be no change in game plan.
It looked like Westbrook ran through Pierce's gap, though, in that. Is that incorrect?
No.
It looked like he stepped to the right, and Westbrook went right past him.
The problem was all game long, especially on that play, they were not getting a push from their defensive tackles and their defensive ends. Because when you do that, now all of a sudden the cutback lanes aren't there. When you don't get a push, now I feel like I'm diagramming
this
over
is great.
It
looks.
When you don't get a push, now there's 4, 5, 6 cutback lanes for him to get through, and now Antonio Pierce has to guess which one he's going to come out of. So the game plan this week, as it pertains to this week, because I know that's what Antonio wants to look forward to, is that all guys have to help out and not just one guy. It'll be a reinforcement of their game plan, which is everybody helps.
22 eyes on Brian Westbrook. Let's talk about the bye week, Jenny, what this team got out of it. Who comes back in full health? Are we going to see a full health for Jacobs? Fred Robbins finally, I think missing him has been really the key to why that pass rush hasn't been what it was. Are we going to see the Giants where they were midseason?
Yeah, because you just heard Mike talking about the defensive line wasn't getting that push in that game. And certainly that's one area where they really need to up the level of game. That was so good for them last year in the playoffs, but they had a couple injuries there. Cofield and Robbins, and Tuck had the lower leg. But, for the Giants, health is probably the biggest thing they got out of the bye week. Jacobs has been resting for 3 weeks. Robbins, Cofield, all these guys who were so crucial that, I think that that's the main reason they needed to win and get the bye week.
And we have all week to talk about this, so
we have a lot to talk about.
We have a lot to talk about. We'll be here every day doing videos on this game.
Here in the Charlie Rose studio?
No. We'll go on location, too.
Where is Charlie? Sir, you are no Charlie Rose.
We're just going to let it go at that. Steve Politi signing off. Mike Garafolo, Jenny Vrentas. Thanks for watching.